It's your turn, a game of strategy and luck. This game is easy to learn, but not so easy to play. You might have to think. On the other hand, everyone has a chance of winning, even if you don't think too much. How to set the game up. Before the game starts, players must agree on the number of points needed to win the game. It is recommended that for the first time you play the game, players should set the goal of 3 points. The first player to receive 3 points wins the game. After the first game, you can set more or less points as the winning goal for a longer or shorter game. 2. Each player should place 8 game pieces on the board in the first row. You may place the pieces in any order on that row, and the arrows can be in any direction. Placing the pieces on the board is the first strategic action of the game. Number 3. Next, shuffle the cards and place the entire deck next to the board so that each player can reach the deck. Note, in this game, you don't take turns, you alternate plays. One person's play, you might either turn or move. The setup board should look like this. How to play. One player draws a card from the deck and places it right side up and in view of both players. Just follow the instructions on the card. In one play, you might either move or turn. You might not go as far if you get a lot of turn cards in a row. You might be forced to move in the wrong direction. In this example, the player with the blue pieces gets a move card. Now it is time for the person with the yellow pieces to play. The opponent also gets a move card. Notice that the blue piece was moved vertically, while the yellow piece was moved diagonally. You must follow the directions on the arrow on the board piece. The person with the blue pieces has the next play and gets a turn card. The question is, why did the blue player make that last turn? Was it strategy, or did he just make a mistake? There are 50 cards, but only 5 different kinds of cards. Here are the cards you might get while playing the game. You might get a move card, a clockwise turn card, a counterclockwise turn card, an it's not your move card, and an it's not your turn card. Turn cards are clockwise and counterclockwise. Look at the arrows on the cards to see which direction to turn. If you see the word not on the card, your opponent gets to turn or move as written on the card, and then gets to draw another card. You score points by moving your piece off the board on your opponent's side. You cannot jump over any piece, and you cannot move out of bounds. That is, to move beyond the left or right side of the board. You cannot move off the board if that move would also take you out of bounds. Just hope for a turn card so you are heading in the right direction for a score. This game redefines the word turn and move, as often applied in a game. My advice is to move ahead with boundless energy and never take a turn for the worse. I just cannot resist a pun. You can print out the pattern shown here for a checkerboard to use with this game. To have a colored board, simply print this pattern on colored sheet of paper. If you have the capability to enlarge and print, then enlarge this pattern, then print on your big printer. You may also use a standard checkerboard if one is available in your game collection. You can copy and print these pieces for the game. Enlarge or shrink as desired so the pieces fit inside the squares of the checkerboard. You can glue these pieces to 1-inch wooden cubes, which are relatively inexpensive to find online, or in some craft stores. Print this page for the cards for the game, 5 times for a total of 50 cards. Cut out the cards and, if desired, laminate the cards. If you can't laminate the cards, you can also cover the cards with clear packing tape to make the cards more durable.